It's a new season, which means it's a new ranking of the top 10 players in every position in the Premier League, starting off with goalkeepers. In the number 10 spot, we have Bernd Leno, a very solid keeper. You know what you're going to get with him, and sometimes that's all you need, especially if you're a club like Fulham. In at 9, I know, possibly the keeper of the season last season. I just think he was really helped by a really solid defence in front of him, but nonetheless a great keeper. At 8, we have Vicario, a guy who was done dirty by his defence getting completely tarnished last season because of injuries, but nonetheless I think he is a very solid keeper, good on the ball too, but I just think he is a bit inconsistent for my liking. In front of him we have a guy who is fantastic with his feet, but whenever it comes to the goalkeeping part of goalkeeping, I think he does let City down at times. In at number 6, we have Dean Henderson of Crystal Palace, a guy who Man United let go and probably could do with back in net. A really solid option and good for the big moments. Cracking into the top 5, we have Nick Pope, a guy who I think can go very underrated sometimes. If it wasn't for Newcastle fans, he would be extremely underrated. Just a really safe pair of hands, lacks on his feet, but is just so solid. In at 4, we have possibly the most overrated keeper of all time, probably the worst keeper to ever win 2 Lev Yashin awards, but nonetheless, still a very good keeper who has come up with some amazing saves from time to time. Cracking into the podium, we have Jordan Pickford, England's number 1 for so long and probably will be for another while. So underrated, possibly one of the most underrated players, never mind goalkeepers, in the Premier League. Then in a big jump, we have David Raya in second. I think the top 2 keepers are almost like in a league of their own. Yes, has a fantastic defence in front of him, but when called upon makes some great saves. And then we have Alisson. Yes, he was bought in for £60 million, but has possibly been the best goalkeeper we've seen in the Premier League since Petr Cech. Golden Gloves after Golden Gloves, Champions League and Premier League titles, Alisson Becker number 1.